In this video, we are going to talk about the 5 bank robberies gone wrong. So before starting this video, like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates. If there weren't any security cameras around, none of us would be able to giggle at how ridiculous these individuals are being. These spectacular mistakes are so hilarious that they will make your side split, from forgetting how doors operate to stealing a bank with a meat cleaver to robbing a Starbucks while wearing a mask of Optimus Prime. Here are the 5 bank heists that went horribly wrong. Number 5. Foiled by their own getaway driver. In light of the fact that this robbery is not only stupid but also doesn't actually make any sense, it is only fitting that South Florida receives a shout-out. It is very clear that no study was conducted, nor was any kind of foresight exercised. During the robbery of a Wachovia bank that took place in South Beach, Florida, one of the suspects' friends waited for them behind the wheel of their getaway vehicle. They gained entry by shattering a window at 5:45 a.m. on a Sunday morning, when the bank was already closed. Consequently, all of the cash was secured in the vault. This was bad for them. The men redirected their efforts to Plan B, which was to make off with all of the quarters, dimes, and nickels, but obviously not the pennies because those are worthless, so they stuffed some sacks full of the coins and then went for their vehicle. They were quickly caught by the authorities because the coins they were carrying slowed them down and made it easier for the officers to find them. It turned out that their designated driver had really slept off while inebriated behind the wheel, and the noise and sirens weren't even enough to wake him up. The situation was quite embarrassing. Number 4. Meat Cleaver bank robbery. Here we have a thief that is so ridiculous that even the teller is laughing at him or her. The individual in issue makes his way nonchalantly up to the teller while holding a butcher cleaver in his hand. He then pauses in front of the counter to make a phone call. Who does he even think he's calling? We can only hope it's his attorney. The customer is quickly brought under control by the teller after she has her fun making fun of the customer. Next time, it'd probably be a good idea to make sure there are no police officers inside, and maybe really, we don't know, do something about it. Also, it'd be a good idea to make sure there are no witnesses inside. Number 3. Indian bank robbery. When what appears to be a whole busload of armed intruders broke through the door of this bank, we are unable to fathom the thoughts that went through the heads of anyone who was inside the building at the time. Others displayed firearms, while others brandished knives as their primary weapon of choice. It is quite evident that there is a lack of order among the gang because they threaten in an aimless manner and appear to be standing around before even taking any action. At some point, one of them makes their way back with what appears to be a little bag full of the items. Now, we are certain that after incurring the risk of robbing a bank, one would desire a return that is a respectable amount. Nevertheless, these guys had to split the little takings between themselves, which comes out to about a dozen shares each. You guys did a great job. Number 2. Karachi bank robbery. When you want other people to do what you want them to do or just get out of your way, you need to be able to intimidate them to some degree. That can be accomplished with firearms, provided the owners maintain control of the weapons. This brazen would-be bank robber walks in with self-assurance and manages to bring the entire pane of security glass crashing down simply by kicking and pulling on it. However, this self-assurance quickly morphs into overconfidence when he places the gun on the counter and then immediately runs over to get the reward. He then takes off without it, only to come to a screeching halt and realize that he has made a mistake. Number 1. Read before you like. After finishing a good book, listening to a decent song, or experiencing any other ordinary event, the first thing you probably do is update the status on your Facebook account. The use of Facebook status updates has been expanded to include things that are a little more noteworthy as a result of these two. 2 masked and armed robbers entered a local bank in Houston, Texas on March 23, 2011, and demanded money from the 2 tellers before making off with $62,000. Then, only a couple of days later, one of the tellers commented on her Facebook profile, "I'm rich bitch," and just a few hours later, her boyfriend updated his status to read, "Wipe my teeth with hundreds." It did not take the cops very long to piece together that this was a straightforward inside operation carried out by straightforward people. The ragtag gang, which included 2 girls, a boyfriend, and a sibling, was taken into custody by the authorities. What do you think about this video? Do let us know down in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.